Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Real Estate Investing with Jay Conner. I'm Jay Conner, your host of the show, also known as the Private Money Authority. And wow, you all are part of a movement. We have blown right on through 300,000 downloads and listens since we launched the show. And if you've been tuning into the show, you know I've had some amazing guests. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now before I get them introduced. On the show today, I'm interviewing a young couple, has only been working with me and my team for less than 3 weeks. They've already got what looks like $400,000 in private money lined up, ready to go, and they're already doing deals. So we're going to be finding out here on the show exactly what it is that they've been implementing to already be enjoying so much success in such a short period of time. For those of you that are brand new to the show, a very special welcome to you. Here on the show, we talk all things that relate to real estate investing. We talk about all kinds of real estate deals. We talk about single family houses, commercial deals, apartments, self-storage, land deals, but primarily we talk about single family houses. We talk about how to find deeply discounted deals, how to get them funded without relying on any of your own money. None of your own credit's got anything to do with it. So finding and funding, if you're into rehabbing, we talk a lot about rehabbing houses. We talk about how my average profits are almost $70,000 per house. Here in a small area of Eastern North Carolina, population only 40,000 people. We do 2 to 3 deals a month, but the average profits, as I said, are almost $70,000 per deal. So private money, what are we talking about when we say private money? Well, it's got nothing to do with banks, traditional lenders, or mortgage companies. It's got nothing to do with hard money. Private money to get your real estate deals funded is all about doing business with individuals that loan us money from their investment capital or from their retirement accounts. Yes, there is a way for people to loan to you as a real estate investor money from their retirement accounts legally and either tax deferred or tax free with no limit to the income that they can earn per year. So we talk about all these items. Well, when I first started investing back in 2003, the first 6 years I did rely on traditional funding sources. I got cut off from all the banks like the rest of the real estate investors did in January 2009. I learned about private money. I was able to attract over $2 million in private funding in less than 90 days. Looks like my guest right here might be beating my record if they keep up the pace like they are. And since that time, I've never missed out on a deal for not having the funding. Well, my guess is whether you are a seasoned real estate investor or you're a brand new real estate investor and you haven't even done your first deal yet, there's a good chance that you're looking for more funding, particularly in the last few months with traditional funding and hard money lenders shutting down and being tight. Well, I've got a free gift for you for simply being here on the show with me today. And that is, in the past few months, I've launched what's called the Private Money Academy membership. And in that membership, I am live at least twice a month where I'm doing live Zoom coaching calls with the members of the Private Money Academy. In those calls, we talk about how to get funding for your deals using private money and also these other topics such as finding deals. Well, I got a free gift for you. I'm going to give all of you right now, 30 days free access to the Private Money Academy. And here's how you get in. Go over to www.jayconner.com/trial, TRIAL. That's www.jayconner.com/trial, TRIAL. Get on over there after the show and get your access. I've got a ton of content in the membership site that teaches you from A to Z all about real estate investing. I'd love to have you come join for free for the first 30 days to come check us out. Now, in addition to that, we love to get your feedback. We love for you to like, share, comment, subscribe to the show. We're on iTunes, Google Play, 2 different YouTube channels and Facebook. But if you're listening to the podcast, we really love your feedback and the 5 stars and the reviews. So please give us that feedback, if you will. Well, it's time to bring on my guest today. Before I bring them on, let me tell you just a little bit about them. So this is Eric and Erica. Now, Eric is also known as Banjo, and he is a former United States Marine and started his investment experience long ago by turning his first house into a rental. Now, from there, his love of real estate investing continued to grow. And along with his experience, now since then, his wife, Erica, is a former school teacher who also holds a master's degree in educational leadership, entered into the business. So they are doing the real estate investing business together. They make an exceptional team, and they are real difference makers, that's for sure. They were with me less than 4 weeks ago at our most recent live event, and I'm so excited to have them on. Let's bring on right now Banjo and Erica.
What's going on, Jay?
Hello there, Banjo. Welcome to the show. Erica, welcome to the show, my dear. How are you today?
Doing good.
You doing good? Awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Now, I also want to bring on another guest here to the show. Her name is Crystal, and Crystal came into mine and my wife's Carol Joy's world, I guess, about 4 or 5 years ago. I lose track of time. And she also, like Banjo and Erica, attended one of my live events. And Crystal and her husband, Dan, they became platinum members in the coaching program, mastermind members. And they now have millions of dollars in private money and millions in profits and equity, with a portfolio of houses of right at 100 houses and growing very, very quickly. So, Crystal, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jay. Great to see you all.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I thank all of you for taking the time out of your schedules today to join me on the show. So, as I said at the very beginning, the reason I wanted to have Banjo and Erica on here is because you all came to my live event less than 4 weeks ago. And at the live event, you enrolled in the Platinum Coaching Program, the Platinum Plus, also the Mastermind Program. And I want to have Crystal on here because Crystal, for those of you that don't know, Crystal assists me in coaching our students and our clients with weekly accountability calls, hour powers, group Zoom coaching. And so Crystal and myself, we've been working with Banjo and Erica over the telephone and on Zoom over these past few weeks. And as I mentioned, y'all have got already what looks like $400,000 in private money. It looks like that's lined up. You're all already doing deals. So let me start with you there, Banjo. So what would you say has attributed itself, or what has lended itself that you all have already started enjoying success so quickly? What is it that you put into action?
You said the word action, really. You have to, we're basically just trying to make sure that we're following instructions that Crystal gives us to the T. In fact, I have a little motto that I repeat to myself every morning. And in that motto, there's a little section that says I will utilize the people that God has put around me in my life and follow their instructions to the T to reach my goals. So I think the key is following instructions, taking action.
That is awesome. That's awesome. Now, Erica, what would you say?
I'd go along with that. Also, communication, I think, is a big deal. So as soon as I got home, actually before I got home, I started diving into the systems and just things that we needed to put into place. And even though I'm an introvert and I was comfortable with some things, I knew that that's what I needed to do to be successful. So I'm just following what you say to do and getting it done, and it's working.
There you go. So, Crystal, from your perspective, of course, Crystal, you helped me with coaching, all of our clients in the Platinum program and Mastermind programs. And one of the most common questions I get is, well, how fast can I get the money lined up? How fast can I do deals? And some of the coaching clients, get success very, very quickly. Some takes a little bit longer. But what would you say makes Banjo and Erica a little bit different to get such quick success, so fast?
All of the languaging that everybody's used is exactly what I would say. And that is, they are definitely action takers. It takes action to make things happen. And they were willing to do that right off the bat. They ask a lot of questions, which is fantastic, and lean on their resources. And when they get those answers, they go ahead and take the next step. And to echo what my husband said, listen to what Jay tells you to do and just do it. That's exactly what this couple does. Eric and Erica are wonderful to work with in that they're just willing to get right out there, take steps, and move forward. Erica even went so far as to hear that message, make a phone call to set up with a seller. And that was one of the properties that we reviewed in the first week they were in the program, and they have under contract and are working through getting private money on right now.
That is awesome. Congratulations on that. Now, what about real estate investing experience prior to 4 weeks ago? So, had you already started investing in real estate prior to us, prior to the live event a month ago?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we like you mentioned in the beginning of the show, I turned my first my first house into a rental a while back, about 13 years ago, and we started buying and selling with a partner of mine. It was just me and him, and we started buying and selling houses on a lot of creative financing type situations. We took a break. We both bought multiplexes and kind of got distracted and stopped investing in single family homes a lot during that time. And then we just got fired up recently, earlier this year. And all of our deals so far have been along the lines of creative finance type deals. And we love this fix and flip rehab stuff. So as far as the private lending and the fix and flip type of situation that we're learning from you, brand new to it, pretty much.
I got you. So had you and Erica been to any other real estate investing seminars prior to coming to mine the last few weeks?
Yes, sir. I've been to the Quick Start.
Mm-hmm. Got you. So you've had some other real estate investing training. So what was it about this training and this event, and what you saw as, the potential that you could take your business to the next level? What was it that you saw different?
Well, it's a whole different strategy, a whole different setup and structure of the business, actually. And when I met you at the reason why I got hooked up with you is because I met you at the Quick Start. And it's just something about the fix and flip strategy and your business model that you got set up that I like. You're still helping sellers sell their house. Then you're taking usually the area that you live in, you're taking beat up houses, you're making them nice and pretty. So you're basically keeping your area up to date and pretty. And then you can still sell the houses with some kind of creative finance and helping buyers that would normally be unable to get a mortgage into a nice pretty house, and help them do that too. So, I mean, that's the biggest part that's different for me is the whole fix and flip, buy with private lending, and you can sell either cash or creative financing. So I like that whole deal.
Right. So did I get the $400,000 figure right? That's about what it's looking like you got in private money so far?
Yes, sir. We got, it was a warm market call. I just followed the opening call script and learned my program first, that way when he started asking questions, I'd be able to answer them. And sure enough, it was a win-win. He was involved in some type of I forgot the name of it, but it's like a big business that pools all the funds together. And I think he was getting, kind of a low rate of return with it. But so he was already investing in some type of real estate. And I explained to him the difference between what he had going on and the difference between my private lending program. And he was all on board. And so he said, yeah, I got $400K to put into the kitty, is what he calls it. And,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, you just answered my next question. My next question was going to be, how many different private lenders is making up the 400 grand? But it sounds like that's one so far.
One, yes, sir. We got several in the pipeline, so it's not going to be long. We're trying to break your record.
Well, hey, look, you're like, we've been working together you and Crystal and me, we've been working less than 3 weeks together, and yeah, you're like 400,000. You're well on your way. You will break my record if you keep the momentum going. So let's see here, Crystal. So you've been working with them. So you said they've been, putting things into action. They've been, following instructions. Can you give our audience just a couple of examples of, well, what actions did they take in order to get such fast success?
They showed up for the very first call, immediately completed all action items. In fact, they had everything turned in that's required for the first, it ranges, but we set it up so they have about 14 to 30 days to complete all those action items. They completed them all within the first week and turned them in. So downloading your PowerPoint, starting to practice it, working through getting their list together so they have people to call and start to set up conversations for private lending. All of the things that are required to make you successful. They got these items on their calendar. They're having conversations with people already. They were already, I have to give Erica kudos. She says she's an introvert, and I can relate, but at the same time, she's doing such an awesome job of stepping outside her comfort zone. They've already started reaching out and looking for networking opportunities. So she's already reached out and identified opportunities to start to be invited. So a lot of those steps that we take, they're already lead sourcing and turning those leads to me. They're already setting up calls. They did that the first week, set up a call with me to do a deal review so that we could run the numbers and then assure that they're protecting their private lender and creating that win-win situation that we're so emphatic and so proud of being able to do, as well as having all the numbers in place to make sure that they're protecting themselves and really coming out with the best deal possible.
That's awesome. The two most popular questions that I get from folks, new real estate investors, seasoned real estate investors, is how do I get the funding for the deals, and how do I find deals? So you all are doing deals. What's your favorite way or ways right now to be locating motivated sellers?
Erica made a simple ad. You want to tell them about it? We stole your idea from the event, actually. your radio ad.
Yeah. While we were at your convention, someone mentioned the radio ad that you had going on, and I was like, "Ooh, that's simple. That's good." So I hurried up and I wrote it down, and I made me a Facebook ad and got me a lead before we even left.
Oh, that's great. So your Facebook ad, did you just post it on organically on your Facebook page, or was it a paid ad?
It was a paid ad. It was a paid ad.
It was about how much did you spend on the paid ad?
Before we got that lead?
I don't really.
Yeah. How much did you spend on the Facebook ad?
For that one good lead we got that we talked to Crystal about, that we're going to net close to 100, probably 100 grand around there. We paid $7 for it.
So that's a pretty good return.
I don't even think.
Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
And tell them you netted an additional 35,000. How'd you do that, Banjo?
Well, I'm a real estate agent, and I'm not an active one, and I'm not really a practicing one. Pretty much had my real estate license for years now, and just kind of using it for a little bit of an advantage as an investor. But I'm in the MLS where we found this deal at, so I'm running numbers, and I come up with a number. And I'm telling Crystal how we got these numbers, and she said, "Okay, how'd you get your numbers?" I told her, I did it. I got access to the MLS, and she said, "All right, well, I'm not saying that you don't know how to run numbers. I'm not saying that you're a bad agent, but what I will try to get you to do is possibly get somebody who's very active in that place. Find a good agent who is super active in that area and get their opinion. So I tossed it around him a little bit, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna listen to her. That's what she says to do. That's why we got her. I'm gonna do what the coach says to do. So I reached out to an active agent in the area, and the whole time it was kind of funny. Erica was on the phone with me too, and she's like, oh man, they don't like stucco in this area. Oh man, I don't know if this house is as big as it says. And the whole time me and Erica was like, oh my goodness, I must have did these numbers wrong. Well, I did, but $35,000 in the wrong direction. So we actually made $35,000 by just listening to that one piece of advice Crystal gave us. You know, put aside the pride, put aside the ego, listen to the people who you got, or that like I said earlier, that God put in my life to help me on this journey. And boom, she said, yeah, on the low side, it's $35,000 extra dollars.
So where's the extra 35,000 coming from?
The ARV, the after repaired value.
The ARV was higher than you were originally anticipating.
Yes, sir.
By getting a local real estate investor a local seasoned realtor to actually run the comps for you.
Yes, sir. So I ran some comps, but I'm not active in that area. And I had some questions, several different factors that were making me second guess myself, but I came up with a decent number. As far as I was concerned, it was a nice conservative number. I knew I wouldn't lose any money, but I'm glad I listened to Crystal, because the other real estate investor, her conservative number was $35,000 higher than my conservative number.
All right. Well, let's write the numbers down. All right. And okay. I don't know, our podcast producer might be able to put these up. I don't know how fast he can type. So the ARV, which stands for after repaired value, what's the number? What's the after repaired value?
315,000.
315,000. Now, this deal came from Erica's Facebook ad, right?
Yes, sir. It was pretty simple too. We were kind of surprised. It wasn't anything special.
All right. So then you're buying it for how much? What's your purchase price?
$140.
So you're buying it for $140. Are you using creative financing or using private money?
Private money.
Private money. Hallelujah. You got the private money. And so you got 140. So what's your estimated repairs?
About 60.
About 60. And yep, that's looking like just about $115,000 profit less carrying cost, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we'll give a little golf clap right there for that one. That's nice. So how long do you think it's going to take you to get it rehabbed?
Roughly 2 months, maybe a little longer, but I'm thinking roughly 2 months, give or take.
There you go. Awesome. You already talking to contractors, or you already got a contractor lined up?
We got them lined up. We ready to rock. We just waiting to close on it sometime this week, actually, and rock and roll.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So you found the deal with a Facebook ad. You funded it with private money, and you always borrow more than you need to buy, right?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get your private money. You're gonna get your rehab money up front. And borrow up to a maximum of 75% of the ARV. So you can borrow, let's see here, you can borrow up to how much money on this deal? So if you got $315,000 and we can borrow up to 75%. So since my software updated on my iPhone, my calculator doesn't want to work. So 75%. So you can borrow up to $236,000. So you could borrow $36,000 more than you need to purchase and rehab, and have money left over. By the way, there's nothing wrong with putting a little bit of equity in your pocket when you buy. You may have heard me say in the past, we always bring a big check home when we buy, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, as a matter of fact, Crystal's husband, Dan, is actually typing in the chat right now, since we're Facebook live streaming and YouTubing. Dan's got a question for you all. And the question is, how important would you say it is that the two of you are working together on this business, and how much do you enjoy being able to do so?
Don't recommend it. Totally hate it. No, I'm just kidding. It's that one was for you, Dan. No, man. All jokes aside, it is absolutely game changing, in my opinion, to work with my wife in this business, to get her more involved in this business, and to have this is a game changer. It's night and day, and I 100% absolutely enjoy it.
Hey, Erica, were you at all a little bit skeptical 4 weeks ago?
Oh, I was a lot skeptical. I kind of felt bad with as many.
Crystal, could you hear Erica? She broke up on me a little bit.
I missed part of that. She's something to the effect of she kind of felt bad, and I'm not sure if it's because she felt like she was being mean to us or because she's just done so darn well.
So Banjo, when this deal culminates and finishes, is this going to be the most profit you ever made on a real estate deal so far?
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. Well, look, thank you all for coming on here. Crystal, anything else you'd like to share with the audience about Banjo and Erica?
I want to, congratulate you guys for taking action and being so invested in yourselves and in your business to take this step. But to also point out to anybody that's listening, just like Dan and I always say about ourselves, anybody can do this. You just have to jump in, get the right coaches, get the right help, and move forward. So great job, you guys. Keep moving forward. I'm super excited to continue to support you through this journey.
Thank you all so much. Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode here at Jay Conner, or Real Estate Investing with Jay Conner. And again, if you'd like to get plugged into some of this private money, take advantage of the free 30-day free trial at the Private Money Academy membership at www.jayconner.com/trial, TRIAL. Well, there you have it, folks. Here is to your success in taking your real estate investing business to the next level. I'm Jay Conner, the Private Money Authority, and I'll see you on the next show.